Hello and welcome to this Crochet Stegosaurus tutorial. Today I'll be teaching you how to make this adorable Stegosaurus plushie, so let's get right into it. So first up, these are the materials. So first you'll just need a 5mm hook, a yarn needle, scissors. You'll need two different colors of yarn. So this is the color I'll be using for the body and this is the color I'll be using for the scales. And you will also need stuffing. And finally you'll need some 12mm safety eyes. So first of all, you'll just grab the color that you want to use for the body. And we're going to do a magic ring. And I use the 2-chain method. So basically we're just going to slip knot. And we're going to do 2 chains. And then our magic ring is the first chain. So we do all of our single crochets into that first chain. So for the first round, we'll be doing 6 single crochets into the magic ring. Then for round 2, we'll be doing 6 increases. Now we're going to put our stitch marker in. I use scrap yarn as my stitch marker. And now for round 3, we are going to do single crochet increase times 6. So single crochet increase all the way around. Now we're going to single crochet for the next 3 rounds. So from rounds 4 to 6, we are just going to single crochet around the outside. So once we have completed those 3 rounds, we are going to move on to round 7, which is 2 single crochets and an increase times by 6. And that'll take us to 24 stitches in total. Then for round 8, we are going to do 3 single crochets and an increase times by 6. Now we should have 30 stitches in total, and for the next round we are going to do single crochet increase times 6 and then 18 single crochets. So that will start increasing one side of the Stegosaurus in particular. Now we are going to single crochet for one round. So for the next round we are going to do 4 single crochets and a decrease times 6, which will take us down to 30 stitches. For round 12 we are just going to single crochet all the way round. For the next round we are going to do 3 single crochets and an increase times 6. Round 14 is 12 single crochets and then single crochet decrease times 4, which will take us down to 20 stitches. Now we are going to put the safety eyes in. So if we take a look at where our stitch marker is, the following stitches are where we had the most increases. So we're going to want our safety eyes to be sort of like on either side of where we had the most increases. So take a look and you'll see that like this part has increased a lot more than this one. And then we're going to want our safety eyes to be on either side of like the nose, and the right one will be between rounds 3 and 4 and the left one will be between rounds 4 and 5. And the reason they're different rounds technically is because it works in a spiral. So if you look at it from above, they look like they're in the exact same round, but from the side they might be in very, very slightly different positioning, but it's pretty much spot on. So we'll just clip those in. And now we're going to continue working round. So for the next round, we are just going to single crochet all the way around. So for the next round, we're going to do single crochets, decrease times 4, and then 8 single crochets. So that'll start decreasing the top part of the Stegosaurus. So now we're going to grab some stuffing and we're just going to add a little bit of stuffing just to the head so it's not so difficult to push in later. And then we're going to continue round. So in the next round, we're going to do 2 single crochets and a decrease times 4. For the next round, we're going to do 2 single crochets and a decrease times 3. Now we're going to add a little bit more stuffing. Now we are going to single crochet round for 2 rounds. Now for round 21, we are going to do single crochet decrease times 3. And then for the final round, we're going to do single crochet decrease times 2. Now we're going to leave a slight tail for sewing shut, and we'll pull it through. And now we'll just sew the end shut. And now we'll just bring it over here. And now we'll cut it off. So now we're going to put the body aside, and now we're going to get started on the legs. So we're going to make 4 legs, and to start off we're going to do 4 single crochets into the magic ring. And now we're going to do 4 increases. And now we're going to do 1 single crochet round. And then once you've done that, we are going to cut off a tail for sewing. And then we'll pull it through. And then you're going to make 4 of these legs. So now we're going to grab our secondary color, and we're going to start making the scales. So we're going to make 4 scales. So to start off, we're going to do 4 single crochets in the magic ring. Then for the next round, we'll do 4 increases. And then for the final round, we'll just single crochet round. Once you've done that, we can leave a tail for sewing and then pull through. Now we are just going to make 4 of those in total. Okay, so now we are going to sew the scales and the legs onto the body. So first of all, we're just going to sew the scales on. So here's a Stegosaurus that I prepared earlier, and this is what they're going to look like after they are on. So it's just going to be at the top of the body, starting right after the head and finishing on the tail. So grab your 4 scales that you made and your yarn needle. And to position, I like to use the tail from the magic ring, like just to get the starting point. So I want my starting point to be about here. So I'm just gonna put the tail from the magic ring through and bring it to about here. And that'll sort of keep it in the same spot that I want it to be in, which is really helpful. And now we're gonna go around the outside with the tail from the outside. So we'll go into the body. And then into the scale. And then we'll keep going around the outside, into the body, then into the scale, all the way around. And then once you're happy, you're going to bring the tail to the same point as the other tail and tie it off. Now the next scale is going to go right behind it at about there. So using the tail again from the magic ring, we're going to put it in about here. And then we're going to use this tail to go around the outside. Now we'll tie off the tail. And now the next 2 scales are going to go just here and here. So we'll keep using that same process to sew this scales on. Now we're going to sew the legs on. So the legs will go sort of on either side of the bottom of the Stegosaurus. So we'll grab our first leg and we're going to put it about here. So using the magic ringtail. And then we'll just use the tail to sew it on. Now we're just going to poke this inside. And now we're going to do the next leg. So this is what it looks like so far. We've just got to get 2 more on. Once you've sewed the legs on, this is your complete Stegosaurus. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I upload videos every week, so make sure to go check those out as well. Please like this video if you did enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.